What's going on, everybody? This is Jeff. So we're going to talk about Tron. We're going to talk about the fanaticisms that are taking place, the fanboy stuff, as some of you guys in the audience have been calling it, the Verge fanboys, the Tron fanboys. We're going to address a little bit of that. We're going to talk about um, moving forward and how those who have been kind of partaking in the fanboy, fan affair stuff can now advance beyond fanboy and go to traders and investors. And so we're going to take a look at all that. That's not calling out anybody, and we're not naming names, so you don't have any reason to just get all offensive and start cussing at the TV or wherever you're watching this from or your cell phone. Just because you heard that, if you're guilty of being a fanboy, don't panic. Don't be concerned. Don't act up. I think I've done it myself. I mean, I've done it with everything. I've been a fanatic of a lot of different things, but when it comes to trading, there's no room for fanboy stuff or fanaticisms. So right now the market's peeling back. It's not a big thing. It's not a big concern. We've seen this before. When things reach all-time highs, they peel back at some point in time. Yesterday in the video, we talked about how the market tends to take 3 steps forward and 1 step back, or 2 steps forward, 1 step back, but it continues to grow. So when it's on the dip, you know how we talk, it's the buying opportunity. So you should be looking at buying opportunities right now instead of panic selling. Now, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get into the Tron talk, because a lot of you guys are really deeply concerned about the price action that's taking place with Tron. So it's still up over the last 7 days, 53%. So 1 week ago, it was not at this price. But what I'm going to suggest is that you guys hold. That's what I'm going to suggest. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hold, okay? Now, if you watch my video, you know I sold it 30 cents because I identified the peak and I bought back in around the 20-cent range like I said I was going to do with more purchasing power. Now it's down at 11 cents. I've been here before. I don't panic, okay? I hold. I hold out. I wait. I've seen the same kind of conversations that we're seeing with Tron were taking place just 1 week ago with Verge and the Wraith protocol that rolled out, where everyone was like, screw Verge, man, scam coin, this and that. Like, I guess people hear the word scam coin once, and the next thing they know, every time something goes down, it's a scam coin. So we have this thing with newbies and the groupie stuff where they're like, scam coin. So all of a sudden, Tron went from their favorite coin in the whole wide world to the scam coin of the week, right? So we're going to have to just say, we're going to calm down all that. We're going to pull back off all the scam talk. We're just going to look at it for what it is. It's still a fantastic project with a lot of potential in the future, and that's why we're going to hold. There's no scams going on. Just like how Verge was not a scam, neither is Tron, okay? It's a project looking to build and carry out marching orders based on what they're trying to do. If they're successful, then they're successful. If they fail, then they fail, okay? But no one's out here trying to scam you into anything by any indication that I have with Tron or Verge, okay? Now, with that being said, there are some things that have come up. Before we get into anything, let's take a look at this poll that I'm running here on Twitter. If you're not following us on Twitter and you'd like to participate in polls like this, you can follow us at altcoinbuzz.io on Twitter. And here's what it is. Will you HODL TRX while on the dip? People are panic selling Tron. Okay, so as you can see, 77% of people intend to hold. 23%, as some would use the word, I'm not going to say this about them, but if they bought at 25 cents and they're selling on a dip here, they're going to take a loss. That's what they call panic selling, or weak hands dipping out and taking the loss. Now, I think we're all confronted with that if we bought, like for me, I'm at 20 cents. I'm confronted with the fact that, whoa, should I panic and sell or should I hold? Well, if this was the stock market, I might actually panic out of it. But because this is the cryptocurrency, I'm not gonna fold my hand, even if this thing goes to 5 cents. Okay, which let's hope it doesn't, because that would be traumatizing for some people out there. Now, for me, I would just hold. And I'm not trying to get out of my Tron position. I've seen this happen with numerous coins before. So we already have this posted 6 minutes ago, already over 1,000 votes. So it's not a low margin, 1,300 votes. You see, Our Twitter is some of the most engaged cryptocurrency community on the internet right now. Our Twitter is. What we've built here is one of the most engaged audiences on the internet, on Twitter and YouTube. But in 6 minutes, 1,377 people have voted, and they're saying they'll hold. 77% of the people are going to hold. Okay? So it's not just me. It's people in the audience saying they're going to hold. All right? So, with all that being said, let's take a look at some other coins that have done this in the past. Let's see if we look at Tron's even, or Cardano's even on a dip. This is why when you see things go to an all-time high, you don't try to jump in at all-time highs. We saw the same thing happening with Ripple. And this is something I want to talk about in this video. I was going to make a separate video about it. But the reason I haven't been talking about any of these top 12, top 10 coins as the buying opportunities is because what we're looking for is we're looking for the next big riser. And we're finding that most often in this recently added category. This is where we're finding a lot of opportunities recently added, because when they hit the market, some of them are coming in with so much momentum, all right? And that's where we're finding the app coins, Game, QLink, Utrust, especially right here, a lot of green right here, see? A lot of green right here in these 10 to 11 day coins. Even today on a day when the market's down. Deep Brain Chain. So you can see why, if you flash back to our previous videos, why I've been telling you guys about even Simple Token. This is where we found Simple Token. Look at Storm, Wax, AELF, Bread. This is, well, Bread is still up, but it took a significant hit. Wow. Let's see what's going on with Bread. Oh, it's peeled back off 336. Yeah, it peeled back. Where's that volume coming from? BTC. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm holding everything. Like I'm not really taking too much profit, but I do have some coins that are up, obviously, especially on the new stuff that I've been acquiring. There's Dentacoin. This thing's about to fall off. I mean, there's no doubt about it. This is an unsustainable rise. So that thing, I would stay clear away from that. Nothing against them, but it's way overvalued. And that if it goes up, then I'll gladly admit to being wrong. But that thing is way overvalued. Like, to see it being up, I mean, that's just, I would not buy in at that price is what I'm saying. But Wax, yeah, Wax is styling right now, up 115% today. You know, we've been talking about Wax. Even Dent is up big. But we're not trying to buy in at all-time highs. Electronium's peeling back. Ethos. Redcoin's doing all right. Old steady, reliable Redcoin. Even Kin. Yeah, this Deep Brain Chain. I wouldn't FOMO into Deep Brain Chain at this price. Heck no. It could keep going up, but I wouldn't FOMO into it. Yeah, so most of the big gainers, the big losers are the ones at the top and the ones that have been getting highly overvalued, unjustifiably overvalued. Yeah, okay. So I'm just going through this, noticing some things, but I'm not really seeing anything that's sticking out too much other than the fact that everything in the top 10 is pretty much down, except for Ethereum. Ethereum's the only one that's weathering this, and we've seen it where everything else was green except for Ethereum. So it's you know, it's just an interesting dynamic. Bitcoin Cash really taking a beating. Bitcoin Cash, you know, when people get down on things, as they say, when people get down on things, that's when you buy. So, you know, I'm not getting too down on Ripple, even though it's down big time. I'm not getting too down on IOTA or Cardano. It just shows you to be on the lookout for all-time highs and not to buy at all-time highs. Here goes Tron starting to pick up a little bit, so we'll see where that goes. But I wanted to make this video to talk about that, the fanboy stuff, and you guys wanted me to talk about the fanboy stuff. So if you find yourself being a fanatic about one coin, I'm not trying to pick on you. All I'm saying is this is investing. This is not football. This is not video games where you pick your favorite thing and you get married to it, this and that. Okay, that's what I'm saying. If you find yourself being obsessively in love with a coin, that's when you should say, whoa, what am I really doing here? Am I investing or am I falling in love, right? So it's not me picking on you, okay? Not picking on you. Just saying, take a more pragmatic approach. Be more agnostic. Just look at it like this is a good buying opportunity. This is an all-time high. This is a dip. Stuff like that. Don't say, oh man, I'm in love with this. Anyways, I'll leave it at that, okay? So you can subscribe to us on Instagram, where we're also posting stuff frequently. We're a growing community on Instagram. And we just hit 18,000. That's great. And where are we at with the Tron update? So we're over 40,000 on Twitter. Big time move right there. 76% are holding Tron. All right, guys. So we'll see you next time.